Hey everybody, welcome to my guide on the March 2022 public test for Force. In this guide, we're going to be covering a lot of new things that have been added to the game since the last public test, as there's been lots of complications involving how to get certain classes, and as well as a bunch of new things being added. So when you log on to this public test, you're going to find that your data has been completely wiped, as we have done a full data wipe, and now we're starting everybody off on a fresh slate. So you're going to come to the Astrome, where you will pick your character, choose your skin color, reroll your race if you choose to do so, and you will be assigned race, gender, name, all that. Now, one of the newest big things is that we are moving everything to separate locations. There are 4 different planet locations, and there are transporters on each planet. These 4 planets are Kira, which is home to the new Imperial base in Saro's Repose, Kashyyyk, which has the 1v1 arena as well as other things, Ilum, which is home to the Jedi Temple, and Tatooine, home to Mos Relso. Now, involving some new information with Saro, the main area you'll spawn in. If you head over into this area, you will find a clothes shop that has some of these starter clothes that you can purchase when you do not have a class. You can also head over to the witch hat for a new looking witch hat, which has different things inside of it. When you walk in, you will find the Callahan Stew Cellar, as well as a brand new commission board in which that you can do different tasks that earn coins and other things. On top of that, if you go upstairs, you will find the bounty hunter who will now assign you bounties. If you go outside, you can see the post office and the lantern cellar are in their original locations, as well as the scrap cellar. Now, for getting your saber, it remains mainly the same but with a new twist. You're still going to want to head over to Rost, and then you're going to want to go and ask him to run some errands. Sometimes the GUI might bug a little bit, but you can just click on him again and you should be alright. So once you get your Rost message, you're going to want to go and head over to the path that I'm following, drop down in here, and you're going to find a little shed where Rost's brother is. Now, once you're going to take this over to him, you're just going to click on him, and he is going to give you some dialogue, and then he's going to ask you to go back to him. And sometimes the dialogue might be bugged, so just go ahead and click on him again if the dialogue bugs sometimes, and then he should give you a horror flower. And then once you get that horror flower, you're going to want to go back and bring it up to Rost. Now, once you've done that, the dialogue is going to mainly bug again, and then he's going to ask you to bring a lone flower and a karami flower. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go and you're going to want to go find the 3 karami flowers, which can typically spawn anywhere on the map. So I'm going to do a time lapse, and we'll come back. Now, once you have gotten your karami flowers, you're going to want to head over to the ravine to find your lone flower. Now, you're just going to drop down to the little ditch, and then you're just going to look around for a blue flower. They will mainly spawn on top of the rocks inside. If you do not see one, come back in a little bit. A lot of people are looking for them. But do not leave the server, as your flowers and items in your inventory do not save. So just once you've done that, go ahead and head back to Rost in Saro's Repose. Now, once you've got back to him, just talk to him, and he will go ahead and he will get his old lightsaber as your first saber that you can use. Now, one of the additions that was added to the game was Kyber crystals, and you must use a Kyber crystal in order to turn on your saber. To get a Kyber crystal, head over to the loom and look to the cave that is directly ahead when you spawn in. Find a Kyber crystal, and then you're going to want to go to the Jedi temple, which will be through the caves. You're just going to want to go ahead and drop down, and then you will come to a door. You're going to open that door and pass through a big library area. Now, once you've done that, go ahead and make a right into the main cavern area, where you will go ahead and make a right, and there will be a button that you will press, and a door will come down, and you will enter the crafting area. Now this, you can combine your Kyber crystal and your saber to get a fully functioning saber. Now, for a little bit of a tour of the Jedi base, as a lot of people are unfamiliar with it. If you head into this room, there will be another door that you can open. Through here, you will find the base Jedi trainer, who will give you Serenity, as well as train you the base form. Serenity, I believe, costs 1,000. Over here is the super trainer. I will do another video on all supers for each class. And over here is the Jedi armor shop, where you can purchase armor for 200 credits. In order to enlist as a Sith, you now have to head to the back of Saro's Repose, where there will be a new area where the new Imperial City lies. Now, you're just going to want to go ahead and go across until you reach the front of the base. Then you will go to the enlistment sign and you will enlist. Now, I believe it requires you to be level 5 and have 25 credits to enlist. After you do that, what you're going to want to do is head back over to Kira, and you're going to go to the forest, and then you're going to want to go and talk to Abaddon. You talk to him twice, and he gives you executions and Ite. Now, to find the Sith armor shop, it is right directly to the left of when you enter the Imperial base. Now, the Stormtrooper trainer is directly at the top of the Witch Hat. You can go through, and then once you enlist, you can go and you can come over here to become a Scout Trooper. There's going to be multiple Stormtrooper paths to go through. Now, you can head back over, and you can go down into the left, and this guy in the corner is who you can go to rank up to for different credit amounts. If you go down into over here to the left, this is the Imperial weapon shop where Stormtroopers will be sold their weapons. If you go down in here, this is the Dark Trooper weapon shop. This is where Dark Trooper weapons can be sold. To be a bounty hunter, you want to go into the Witch Hat and talk to this guy in the lobby. He will make you a bounty hunter to start. To level up as a bounty hunter, you're going to want to go over into Saro, and you're going to want to follow the path, and then you're going to want to drop down into this little hole, and then you're going to want to go through the door and step on the little stack of papers, and then you will go and talk to this guy, and I believe you can talk to him 4 times to rank up. The Rebel class has been added to the game. To obtain it, travel to Kashyyyk and head directly ahead to the temple. From there, you want to walk up the stairs, and then you can go and you will find this trainer. You can talk to him to become a rebel, and you can also talk to him to level up your class. Another new and big addition to the game is crafting your own sabers. You can now craft different sabers with the saber crate that spawn randomly around the map. In order to craft a saber, you need 3 parts. First, head to Tatooine and then follow this path. You want to head directly behind you, and you want to go into the Solaire village. You're going to want to weave through the buildings a little bit, and then you will find this guy, and he will have crates beside him, and then you can go and you can talk to him in order to open your crates. Now if I just go up to him, he will give you a random saber part. Now I got the katana a katana part for the katana saber. Now if I got all 3 parts, I would be able to craft it. In order to craft it, you need to head over to the Soleil Shores, which is on Arava. You want to head over to this rock, and then what you're going to want to do is take the 3 parts that you've gone over, and then you craft on the rock, and then you want to drag all of the parts onto the rock. Now, for some reason the katana ones don't show up, but that's fine, they're still there. And then you just hit complete build, and you have crafted a new lightsaber. Now, different lightsabers have different damage buffs, and some use different forms. So enjoy finding all the different lightsabers that you can have in game. In addition to saber crates, armor crates are now a thing in which you can collect different cosmetic armors. Once you get an armor crate, go to the same person that is in Solaire, and you will get a random piece of armor. Now once you click on it, you will just have to respawn and you will get different pieces of armor. Now note these are only purely cosmetic and have no stat buffs. To reroll your Saber Color, head over to Mos Relso and go to the left. There will be a person that you can talk to roll your saber. It costs 50 Robux, and now Sith can roll their sabers, and there's been new Saber Colors that have been added to the pool. Simply just walk up to him and you can re-roll your saber for 50 Robux each time. Note there are more rarities of saber crystals, and sometimes you can get an even rarer color now. On top of the color I just got, all of the possible saber colors are Nebula, Red, Light Red, Dark Red, Crimson, Bronze, Blue, Green, Purple, Yellow, Orange, White, Black, Pink, Wind, Mist, Stasis, and Fade. Why the fuck are there so many? Well, that basically concludes the guide. I just wanted to do a short and simple introduction to get people back into the game and with the new stage of things. Thank you all for watching, and I look forward to making more videos on this. I will be making a super guide video for updated supers, as well as new path videos. Thanks for watching, and there's a lot more to come. See you next time.